What's up, guys, and welcome back to Face Over Matter. It is your girl Jay here, and in today's video I have a beautiful bougie PR package. This is actually a package I got from Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury, wow. They actually emailed me and wanted me to try out some of their products, and yeah, so I got it to kind of choose my foundation and everything. So I had to do everything on the computer, so I am hoping and praying that I did pick the right foundation, because if not, it would be completely my fault. So we're gonna see how Charlotte Tilbury works. Let's read the little card that came with it. It says, I'm so excited to announce that my new Magic Away Concealer is no longer exclusive to Charlotte Tilbury stores. It is now available globally in over 200 doors. It is fast becoming a worldwide beauty must-have, with one sold every 2 minutes in the week. It launched on charlottetilbury.com. If you haven't tried it already, I can't wait for you to discover my secret to perfect looking skin and experience the magic. This first of its kind magic wand of makeup has concealing superpowers to make your skin wishes come true. My new Magic Away Concealer is something different, something you have never seen before. In just one swipe, it can reduce the appearance of blemishes, dark circles, redness, pigmentation, and fine lines, all with incredible full coverage that lasts up to 15 hours. 15 hours. Okay, so we're gonna look at the full coverage Magic Away Concealer. I think we have some foundation in here as well. I just wanted to show you guys this cute little box. Now my hands had oil on them, hence why you can kind of see like a handprint. That was my fault, sorry. I have literally, I've seen a lot of other YouTubers use Charlotte Tilbury stuff. I've just never used it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Powder Under Eye and Face Soft Focusing Light Diffusing Loose Powder. Ooh. So we have a good setting powder. I'll do some close-ups here in a second. We have the Magic Foundation, flawless, long-lasting coverage, broad spectrum sunscreen SPF. And then we have the Magic Away Liquid Concealer, full coverage, long-lasting, anti-dark circle correcting concealer. But let's go ahead and pop open the powder first. I'm not gonna test it out yet, of course, but we just wanna see the packaging. Look at the packaging. That is so bougie, and I am so here for this like burgundy, gold, rose gold mixture. That is so bougie. I love that so much. All right, and then we have the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, which on the site, I got to kind of see some colors online just to kind of help me figure out which shade would be mine. And in the foundation, I got shade number 8. So, ooh, look at the packaging. So that is so nice. It almost looks super light in this bottle. So I'm so scared. You know, sometimes everything looks so much darker on, you know what I'm saying? Everything's not really up to par on site. And in this one, I got shade number, what did I get in this one? I think this was medium something. I'll look. Yeah, this one is medium 7. I hope my camera is focusing. Sometimes this joint does not do right. Okay, so we're gonna play around with these. I'm gonna put my little boxes to the side. Let's go ahead and play with them. Ooh, real quick, I'm gonna go wash a beauty blender off real quick because I want to test it out with a brush and a beauty blender. All right, so let me zoom you guys up. I got my beauty blender right here. I'm just trying to dry it off a little bit. I'm gonna zoom you guys up just so we can really see texture and all of that stuff. Okay, so let's start off with the foundation. I've already primed, usually with what I use is the Olay Regenerous Lotion, the moisturizer, the SPF. And let's go ahead and use a little bit of rose water too while we're here. All right, so let's go ahead and use the foundation. So like I said, I got shade. Y'all heard that. So again, with the foundation, I got medium 8 and Magic Foundation, let's see. I don't think this is a pump though. Okay, so this is like a little applicator joint. Don't know if I really like that. But I'm just gonna take a palette and just see if I can kind of scrape some foundation onto the pan. So what I can say, the coloring doesn't look bad. I just know it may work. Let's just see. All right, I'm gonna go in with one side with a sponge and the other side with a brush. I'm gonna use one of my favorite brushes to use for foundation application, which this one is from Coastal Scents. So I'm gonna start off with a sponge. I'm gonna do it on this side first. And let's just see how this does. Ooh, that's light. So again, this is supposed to be full coverage and just supposed to smooth us out. It's not terrible, but it is a bit light. I probably could have went down in a shade, but honestly, it looks okay. All right, so off the jump, I can definitely say that this is definitely light to medium. I will say it kind of reminds me of the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business foundation. It has like that type of consistency. Like it seems thick, but then when you apply it, it's not that thick. Not doing a lot of covering that I would like, but overall, I think it's okay. All right, so that's one side done, and what I can say is I do not like it with a beauty blender. Let's see if the brush is any different. All right, so I'm just gonna dip my brush into this side. Y'all see how light that is? What I can say, like off the jump, I like the application a lot better with a brush. So I'll definitely recommend a brush over a beauty blender. I mean, I like brushes anyway for any foundation application, but I just wanted to test it out just to see which one I would like better. But yeah, definitely a brush is my go-to. This is very light to medium. Very light to medium. A full coverage demi-matte long-lasting foundation. All right, it says for application for flawless coverage, apply with a foundation brush. All right, let's see. All right, so it says to try with a foundation brush. That's what it recommends. It says for flawless finish. So I'm going to take a foundation brush, and it says to start from the center and work outwards. So we're gonna start like in the T-zone and just work our way out. And I can just already tell it's very, it's a bit streaky using it with this. Let's try to tap it. Yeah, it's just straight streak city using it with this. But I have to be honest, guys, I'm really liking how it is looking on my skin. Even though it did look a bit light, I think it is matching beautifully with my neck a little bit. That's usually what I like to match my foundations to, is my neck. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the rest of the foundation on the palette just so I'm not wasting any of it, and just kind of add a little bit more to my cheek area. That's mainly my problem area, is my cheeks. I think that's what they say, like that's the worst place to like pick at your face is on your cheeks. So if you don't have any breakouts and you may get one, leave it alone, especially if it's on your cheeks. So up close, this is not looking good. And it's like, now that I'm adding more, it's like the product is moving. Let's go back in with the foundation brush and see if that helps. But it's just starting, like the product is starting to move around, and I wonder how this is gonna work with concealer. One great test that I'll know I'm having a bomb foundation, or that I'm using a bomb foundation, is on my nose. Because I have, a lot of oil problems with my nose area, foundation just kind of tends to not really stick there, and that's an issue. So I've used 3 things and it is not sitting on my nose at all. I'm going back in with the beauty blender just to see if I can smooth it out a little bit more rather than kind of rubbing it and pulling it. I'm just gonna see what tapping does. Okay, so let's just move on from that. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the concealer. So again, this is supposed to be a long-lasting magic away dark circles, blemishes, and imperfections. Full coverage, it says. Full coverage and long lasting is what both of these say. And it says 15 hours. So it is 124. I just finished my foundation. We'll just round it up to 130 just so it won't be that difficult. Okay, so this is in medium 7, and it's this little twisting situation. Honestly, I'm not a fan of these because I feel like you have to use so much product. All right, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and apply to the problem areas first, which is right next to the eye. This smells like some paint. All right, I'm not gonna go haywire with the concealer. I just wanna see. Now what I can say off the jump, it does seem to be full coverage, just the way it's applying. Let me try again. I'm gonna try this side with a sponge. Let me wet it a little bit more. I'm gonna try the left side with a sponge, and then we're gonna do the other side with a brush. You know, the brushes is what I usually do. A beauty blender is kind of like an occasional thing. So let's see how it does with the beauty blender. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay. Full coverage for the most part, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That looks good. Yeah, the makeup on my nose looks absolutely horrid. The concealer seems to help that though, but yeah, just with the foundation, it does not look good. All right. All right, I will say this is definitely a medium to full coverage concealer. I still see moles and stuff. My circles are pretty much covered, but even though I don't have super dark pigmentation, so I'm not really a good candidate to really test out if it covers darker circles. But I am gonna go in with some more concealer just because I want it to be more full coverage. I'm gonna try to wear this 15 hours. We're gonna see. We're gonna try. With the concealer, I must say I kind of like the Beauty Blender better. I don't know, it's a little weird. Like usually it's the other way around with both foundation and concealer, but I kind of like the brush, like the buffing brush for the foundation and then the Beauty Blender for the concealer. Yeah, definitely medium to full. You can, of course, you can definitely build this concealer up. The second layer, I think I'm getting the coverage that I like, that I personally like underneath my eyes. I am not loving how it's sitting on my nose. I don't know what that's about. I don't like it at all. All right, so let's go ahead and try out the powder and see how this is gonna set. So again, this is the setting powder. Okay. So I don't know if this has like an actual shade. All right, so this one is in the shade 2 Fair. It's like banana powder, like it's pretty yellow. Like it's like banana powder, but it's not super yellow. Like it's yellow, but it's not yellow. I'm gonna take the sponge and we're just going to set underneath the eye. Let me make sure we don't have any creasing. And I'm just gonna go in with the powder. It says this is soft focusing. What else did it say? It says soft focusing, light diffusing, loose powder. Yeah, the smell of this too, I'm not liking. So the smell as far as this, all the products I've tried so far are not too pleasant. But if you can get past the smell, I think you might enjoy. Ooh. Ooh. This powder. Hold on. Wait a minute. I might have just found my new favorite powder. All right, this powder is beautiful. Like I know it's weird, but it's like the powder as it sits has like this silky look to it. I'm digging it. Digging the scene, digging on you, digging on me, baby, ooh, baby. If I'm wearing this 15 hours, I gotta make sure this stays, okay? Don't judge me. All right, let's add a little bit to the contour line because we're getting ready to bronze up the face some, and I need all the bronzer I can get. But I do want to kind of cut my cheek a little bit too. Yeah, we need all that today. Give it to me. I'm going to take my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder, which is what I always end up using. And I'm just going to swivel this around. And let's just bring some color to the face. I really need some color today, like, because my foundation today is really matching my face. I mean, really matching my neck. And when that happens, I need some color. Because sometimes, y'all, I feel like I'll be looking darker like in my photos and stuff. And I think that's just because I use such a darker foundation. But yeah, today, I'm looking my shade, y'all. And I need my color back. Look, even my all over face powder is looking dark. Look at that. All right, so I'm not going to dip back into my powder. I'm just going to take kind of like the other side that's a little bit more clean. I'm just going to start swiping away. I am going to take another brush so that's clean, because if I get powder somewhere else that I don't want to, that's gonna ruin it. All right, taking a clean brush, I'm going to sweep off our Charlotte Tilbury powder. It's something about this powder that I feel like it has like a highlighting effect in it. Can you guys see that? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm seeing. I'm not liking how my nose is looking. I think that is only the downfall of how I feel about everything right now. I'm not digging that at all. Let's do a little bit of blush. I feel like maybe blush may kind of bring some life back. I'm gonna just take one of my go-to blushes from Milani. I think I added too much of that. What is going on with my application today? I'm adding too much of stuff. Let's add some highlight just so we can complete the look, and then I can tell you guys how I feel about everything. This highlighter is from Maybelline. This is their Master Chrome highlighter, and I love it so much. Ooh, digging the sink, digging on you, digging on me, baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby. All right, I'm going to take a little flat brush and add some highlight to my inner corner. Just something I've always done with my makeup. I just recently did my brows and they have been, I don't know what I've been doing lately. I've been doing something right because my brows been growing, my hair growing, my real nails growing. Like, we're just doing things. Like, I'm not taking any vitamins or doing anything. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something right because stuff is growing that ain't used to grow like that, okay? Okay, so I want to finish off with a setting powder just to kind of let everything sit. So I'm going to take my Kokie Set and Forget. Whew. Let me let that sit for a second. Okay, so real quick, let me add some lips or something. I keep saying I'm gonna do it and then I'll tell you guys how I feel, but I keep doing other stuff. I'm gonna take one of my favorite lip pencils right now. It's from Mented Cosmetics in the shade Night. Just line that real quick. And this is like my everyday makeup, you know what I'm saying? Like my sister, she recently did my lash extensions and it has, it's just allowed me to like kind of feel more, you know, glam without trying to do a whole bunch of mascara, a whole bunch of lashes, all that stuff. And she did me like a really natural set. I have really thick lashes and I have like several rows of lashes. So this is not even like a full set. If I did a full set, they would be really thick. Now I'm going to take, nope, not that one. Yeah, this one is called Pretty in Pink and this is the matte color. And I'm just going to apply that. I'm gonna take a little bit of the peach one and apply a little bit on top. All right, so let's start with the foundation since that's what we started with. Let's do that. So the Magic Foundation, it claims to be full coverage, but as said before, I really do believe that this is more of a lightweight foundation. I even will say this is probably one of those foundations that will be great for just a light coat, light coverage. If you still want to see skin through your foundation, just something kind of like you want to touch up your skin just a little bit, something like that for maybe like an everyday on the go makeup. Just something simple that's not going to OD cover the life out of you, like make you a whole new face. You'll still see skin with this foundation. You'll still see breakouts with this foundation, I do believe. But as it sits, I could say that I think maybe it was oxidizing and I think it started to look a little bit more like my color. I could say I could go down in a color with this. I think the next shade down is probably 8.5 or a 9. I think that will probably work. But I was trying to go off of, on the site they do have where when you see a color, I think they do kind of match it with the model. And, you know, me and the other girl was looking the same. So I was thinking, well, shoot, if she can wear it, then I probably can too. Yeah, this is, I think, is a bit light. It's like a touch too light. But I think it is workable with, you know, a finishing, you know, all over face powder. Just kind of something to bring back some color because I used one of my go-to powders. And I think it helped, it definitely helped bring some color back. To be honest, looking at the finished product, I probably could have added some more just to be on the safe side. Just so someone's not trying to yell across the room, hey, you look casket ready. So even with my face powder, I can kind of, you know, dust over everything and just, you know, bring some color back to my face because I can't admit that it is a bit light. But other than that, if I, you know, once I get past that, as far as, you know, trying to pick out the color online, I do like this, but this is not like my go-to type of coverage. You know me, guys, I like a full coverage. But then sometimes, you know, the way the Lord has been working with me lately and stuff, he really wants me just to kind of embrace like my skin. So honestly, I'll give this, out of a 5, I would give it a good 4. But I would take points off just because they're saying this is full coverage and it's not. I don't think this is full coverage at all. In my opinion, I think it works best with some type of angled buffing brush with like the roundness to it. You know, you have other brushes that are kind of like that flat top type of situation. I didn't try it with that, but I think that roundness kind of helps smooth everything and really buff it into the face. I do not like the foundation brush application like they do ask you to do. I don't care for that at all. Never have with any foundation, to be quite honest. And with the Beauty Blender, I don't like the application of the foundation with the Beauty Blender. Which brings me to the next product, the Magic Away Concealer. Out of a 5, I would give this a 4.5, just simply because this is honestly a really good concealer. The color that I have is really nice. This also claims to be full coverage, and I can say that it is pretty accurate. It's definitely, I'll say, a buildable coverage, but even though it does call for a full coverage, I still think it's a bit like on the medium side, because even after the second layer, I still see my moles, which I'm not mad about at all, but you know, usually with full coverage concealers like I've used in the past, I've been able to cover them. I haven't seen any creasing yet, so everything honestly I think is looking well. And as said before, this says it can correct and cover dark circles and all of that stuff. I'm not the best you know, candidate to show if it does cover dark circles, because I do have some darkness under my eyes, but it's not really dark to where it's like, you know, super drastic. So as far as that, if you want to try it, if you do have darker circles, maybe see, that's what it says it does. And it covered mine, you know, even with the first layer it covered. So I can probably say it may cover. And then last but not least, the powder. I think the powder is probably the, out of the 3, I think this is my favorite of the 3. Just simply because this is a really nice powder. It's definitely super fine. It almost has like an illuminizing, does it say it has that? A genius light diffusing loose powder that blurs, visibly reduces dark shadows, and boosts radiance. So yeah, boosts radiance. So whatever, use all over face, matching skin tone for an enhanced complexion or a lighter shade under eyes for a brightening effect. So honestly, yeah, this is pretty accurate. So out of a 5, this is a 5, okay? I have confidence in it. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna do a check-in later on. It says up to 15 hours, so I'm really interested in seeing how accurate this is. I'll say 1:30, and then we're gonna see 15 hours, and I'll try to see if I can do a couple of check-ins. But let's see how this wears, and I'll see you guys in a little. So I'm in front of natural lighting. So here's my window, natural lighting right now. This is what everything is looking like. No edit. No smoothing filter. Besides, this is just a regular iPhone. This is what we're looking like. I must say, so, oh, I didn't even tell you guys what time it was. Dummy. Okay, it's 3:18 right now. 3:18, I was pretty much done with my makeup, maybe roughly 2 o'clock, like 1:50 something. So I've had it on about an hour. So this is what it's looking like so far. I think it honestly looks really nice. Everything is sitting really beautifully. So what do you guys think? Go ahead and let me know down below what you guys think so far. I'm hoping and praying that it's gonna stay this way. Also, I have a meeting tonight. I have Bible teaching tonight. I have a leaders meeting tonight. And I have dance practice tonight. So I have a whole lot to do this evening. So we're gonna do a couple of check-ins and hopefully the foundation will hold up. So I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Why did I cut the camera on and I'm chewing? So it's currently almost 5. It's a couple minutes till 5. And yeah, it's a couple minutes to 5 and this is what we're looking like. Oil wear. I'm almost kind of scared that this is like really nice. We'll see. I don't even know how much Charlotte Tilbury is. This is what we're looking like at 5 o'clock. Loving it. All right, you guys, it is almost 6:30. It's about 6:30. I'll just go ahead and round up. Y'all, what the heck? I have not touched my face, and I put that on my life. I'm not driving, by the way. I have to pick up one of my dancers, one of my good friends. So But y'all, the sun is getting ready to set. I haven't dabbed, touched, or anything. Usually my nose is what's crazy oil. That's the only thing that's a little bit shiny. But other than that, everything is looking so beautiful and smooth. I'm loving it. Okay, so it is currently 11:26 at night, and let me go ahead and get my mirror pretty close to me so I can really give you guys the deets. I literally just put on, I haven't been wearing my glasses all day. I literally just put these glasses on. These are some new glasses I got from Zinni. I'll leave them down below. But the final verdict is out. Let me go ahead and see if I have enough battery life on my phone, and we can really get into this final review. So of course, besides that, my nose has completely broken up. Yeah, my nose makeup has completely just kind of like spreaded and opened up. My forehead always looks pretty good as far as like the makeup application. For some reason, like the forehead just doesn't get conflicted. The makeup on my cheek area, this side looks great. This side looks great. Usually my T-zone, like right here at the top of my cheeks, is usually what gets really messed up. For some reason, my chin, like in my mouth area, looks so light and just ashy and just really weird. I'm gonna zoom up. Yeah, let me zoom you guys up so you guys can see, but I cannot wait to take this off because how it looks right now, up close, probably from far away it doesn't look bad, but up close it looks absolutely ridiculous. I don't have my glasses on, so I hope I'm in the frame. So if you can see, like here in this area, it is breaking up around my nose. It looks so, ew, that is so nasty. So we're looking at about 10 solid hours with having just the foundation and everything on. 10 hours I think is good. 10 hours, I would say maybe 7 to 10 hours is a good time frame to really look for a foundation to have a lot of longevity. Because if I put my foundation and my makeup on around 1:30 and then I don't get home until, 11:30, 12 o'clock or something, that's a good amount. That's a good long day's wear. But then making it 1 o'clock, well, if you think about, okay, if someone does their makeup at 8 o'clock, and then they get home, around 9, 10, something like that. That's about a good solid chunk of hours for a foundation to last. And usually by the time, depending on what type of job you have or just work, school, whatever, your foundation and stuff may kind of fade out. It may hold up, it may not. So I will say, for them saying the 15 hours, I'll say it held up pretty well for the first, I'll probably say for the first 5 to 7 hours, it was just like, you can't touch. Like, it was bomb. Like, I kept doing check-ins, which I have shown throughout the video, and it looked great. But I'll say probably after maybe like the 7th, 8th hour, kind of wrapping around towards nighttime-ish, getting tired, it started to really look bad. Even backing away from my mirror a little bit, it doesn't look bad until I get really close. And then I can really start to see where everything is just kind of cracking, breaking. Around my mouth looks horrible, like just this area here. I'll say maybe all of this right here. I'm not surprised at what my nose is doing because this is what my nose does. This little top of the cheeks and like this, especially like in the cracks, like all of that right there is usually my problem area. And I'm still trying to figure out a way to, reduce that happening with any foundation that I've used. The only foundation that I can say that has really helped with that without me using a primer as of right now is probably the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. But you guys know my issues with that foundations because I really can't find my exact shade. So 15 hours, but I will say a good solid 6 or 7 hours worth of foundation where I think is pretty good, a pretty good, regular day's worth of school or something. I think it will hold up nicely. But if you're looking for something that's going to really last you, just hold on tight, I don't know. I think the 15 hours is really a stretch. Again, this is just my experience with it, and this is not, you know, the concrete facts, but this is just how it worked for me. Yeah, the powder looks really good. Honestly, when I was applying everything, I was kind of thinking I was gonna look really terribly greasy, but surprisingly, I think the powder had a lot to do with me really being, you know, mattified down. So that powder, I think, is definitely something that will be in my everyday use of a collection. So with that being said and done, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like these type of videos when I review products and stuff like that. Thank you again, Charlotte Tilbury, for just even thinking of me to send me products. I'm very grateful and honored that you even chose to send me some products to try out, and for my supporters to see and just have some different options and stuff of what they may want to try out. And I'm glad that you guys value my opinion. So here's all I have for you guys today. Thank you again so much for watching. I have a new glasses video going out. If not this week, probably next week before the month is out. I have all of my, well, not all of them, but I have a lot of my glasses right here in front of me, including these that I'm going to include for you guys and just chat about my favorite glasses. And yeah, I'm tired. So I'm getting ready to take my Neutrogena wipes and wipe all this makeup off. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. So as always, if you're new, I'm Jay. And if you're not new, I just thank you so much for supporting me with whatever I do here with my channel. I love each and every one of you to know. And of course, until next time, God willing, I will definitely see you all in my next video. Mwah.